Okay, so this is the third part of your disc here, and we're going to talk about good hole coverage. The first thing that I teach my students is good hole coverage. It is much harder to play your flute with the tips of your fingers than it is to use the flat pad parts of your fingers so that you can feel the note holes underneath your fingers. Okay, and I teach it this way: 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether you're right-handed or left-handed. It doesn't matter. Okay, and you want to cover the holes really, really good. Now, when you breathe into the flute, it doesn't take very much air at all. Okay, so you just want to blow through nice and easy, good hole coverage. If you squeak, that just means that some or one of your holes is probably uncovered. Okay, just a little tiny bit, and I'm going to show you an example of this. So good hole coverage is this. Now, if one of my fingers is off of the hole just a little tiny bit, you're going to get a squeaking. Okay? But if I properly place my finger over the hole, good, nice coverage. So, like I said, the first thing that I teach my students is good hole coverage. And the best way to do this is to sit straight or stand straight. It's much harder to play the flute all crunched in like this because you want to be able to breathe. Okay? Now, as I teach my students to simply uncover the holes, or for a 6-hole flute, you want to keep the third one covered. Sorry about that, guys. And you want to just be placing your fingers over your holes. And I know that seems very elementary, but what it's doing is it's creating mind-muscle memory. It's like some of the other things that you do that you don't really even think about them. You just do it automatically because you know where it's at, but you'll know where your note holes are. But most people will just simply pick up the flute and start to play. And if you do that, this is what I want you to practice. I want you to keep the third hole covered, which makes this the true pentatonic scale. Okay? And I just want you to scale. Okay? Now watch. I'm keeping the third hole covered. Now if you wanted to break that in half, you can. And again, this is creating mind-muscle memory. Okay. Now, in the next segment, we're going to talk about the difference between a 5-hole flute and a 6-hole flute, and then I'm going to teach you a few really cool techniques that'll get you kind of setting on your way. All right?